Good morning, welcome back to the Captain's Vlog. Saturday, and the A-team are in town. And shit's gonna happen, innit?
Yeah, boy.
We've got my main boy Carlos. Brock in the back. He's already at the business end, mate. He's straight on it. We discovered what the problem was with the old engine. I say we, that's the royal we. Brock found out what it was. Number four piston looks like he's had a bit of a bad day. Or 10. So he had a good listen to it a few weeks ago and said, that sounds a bit like piston slap to me rather than rod knock. And he was absolutely on the money. And that right there is the state of the piston that come out of it. It's not pretty, mate. All the skirts were worn, but that one was just beaten to buggery. So they're all there. The old block is over there now, and the torch still over here. There you go, that's what happened inside the hole. Not good at all. Yeah, that's pretty bad too. Crank actually looks alright to the eye, and the bearings in the rods looked alright actually, but that was obviously the noise. Robert RTL's been back on it again. We've got some little tabs welded on to hold my radiator fan, and there's a whole lot of stuff going to be happening. So this is the Z4 block from Carl and Brock's old Civic Type R FN2. I'm now the third owner of this engine. And it's going to be sweet. It's all cleaned up, ready to go. So oi oi oi, fuck, oh mate, crashing into stuff. So parts check, ready for the swap. Flywheel bolts, timing guide set, head bolts all brand new head gasket in there, and we've got a sump baffle. Nice, because looks like that old engine had massive oiling issues throughout its life, just poor maintenance, whatever. This car's going to get driven pretty hard at some point, so we need to make sure it's got its little insurance policy in the old oil pan there, and we go into a K24 steel oil pan as opposed to the aluminium K20 one. We've got a new intake manifold, a new super duper intake manifold. It's a funny story. I weren't going to bother changing mine to start with, but these boys were so disappointed in it that Brock and Carl came up with this mad idea to reuse, well basically it was half of an RSP, wasn't it, because you didn't have the bottom of that one.
Yeah, that's right.
So this is an RSP intake off of an FN2, all been cleaned. It's had a little session in KB's port shop over in Norfolk, so it's all knife edged and looking Gucci. Adapter plate going on there for the 70mm throttle body that we've just got, and the other side of it is that over there. We'll have a proper good look at this once we get to that point, but this is a complete handmade, what do we call this, chamber. So this is the bottom chamber that's going to be going on to that FN2 manifold. So as you can see, it is a totally different shape to the stock one. Spin around so we'll get a better angle on it. Total different shape. It tapers up to the furthest runner, and Brock made this fucking sweet bit of kit.
Custom parts in it.
Custom parts, mate. Custom build. I'm trying to get some half decent numbers from this thing when it's all assembled and on the dyno. So we've got to port the mouth out, because when they done it I was just going to run the standard throttle body, and then decided halfway through it was like, well mate, we've gone this far, might as well get a bigger throttle body for it as well. So Ching Chong China number one coming in clutch for that. It's actually quite an impressive looking bit of kit for what they cost. How well it works remains to be seen, but I'm hoping it should be fine, because it's a relatively simple bit of kit. It's just a freaking opening butterfly valve plate, throttle plate, whatever you want to call it, and a spring. So there's really not a lot to it. So there we go, a few new bits. Lots of parts. We've ported the K20 oil pump as well. There's usually like a really sharp, if I can get a little finger in there, can I get a finger in? I'll slip a finger in, there you go. So where my finger is, there's normally like a really sharp 90-degree angle on this face here. But all you do is you just grind that material out to make it a nice curve through there and just bore it out a little bit. It just helps the oil, promotes better flow through there and stops cavitation, crucially. So that still needs a right good cleaning, put back together. Cylinder head has all been done, courtesy of Night Engine Services. It's been decked. It's had K-lines put in the exhaust valves because they were a little sloppy. Everything's all been checked, pressure tested, and it's all super clean, ready to go on the block. So I reckon that we've got all the bits we need to make it happenings. What do you reckon?
Let's do it.
Yeah, we're doing it, boys. We're doing it. So there's the old intake manifold over there, isn't it? That's the original one. So we're just going to swap all the sensors off the throttle body, and then good to go. So we spent the night last night actually just cleaning up this block, making it, you know, nice and pretty. Didn't bother filming that, but we're good to go. We are actually using the torque wrench. It's a little one because they're all the little bolts. But ported oil pump is back on, chain's back on, windage tray is on. All the cleaning stuff's pretty much finished for the engine stuff. We're still working on porting the. Well, actually, no, we're nearly finished now on this, aren't we, mate?
Yeah.
Oh, she's looking pretty nice. Yeah, you can't even feel it. There's not really a transition there now, so that's sweet, mate. So she's got a big hole in it, ready for the big throttle body.
Big doors.
No. Yeah, boy.
That was too sensitive.
But it's got a big fuck off spring on it, so I'm hoping we'll be alright. Like Carl says, we'll just break throttle cables now instead. Yeet. Should have done ASMR bag opening. Look, it's got the doctor's gloves on and everything. Look, yes. Scalpel.
Should have ASMR and send all them people to sleep.
Ooh. Yeah, boy.
ASMR gets the clunges dripping.
Nice. Gets the clunges dripping, he says.
ASMR.
Dripping like a fucked fridge.
Yeah, she's about to
Head gasket on.
Mate. ASMR doctor's gloves. Fondling.
Yeet. So we're just going to have to sit the cylinder head on top of the block for now, whilst we figure out a game plan for all of the carriers and cams and whatnot. And then headboards. Woo. Meanwhile, we're just cleaning out the oil pan and cleaning. Still, we thought we'd done with the cleaning, but been porting stuff, so more cleaning.
Just get one sack, that's it, and then tidy the other one up. Feels that? Yeah.
Like a glove, sir. It's almost like it was designed to go on there, isn't it?
Just trying to do it. Hey.
Oh, hello, mate. We've got a spider trying to get in the engine.
Get out.
Get out. Oh, mate. He's mullered it.
That video's going to get reported now, mate.
Yeah. Animal abuse. What's going on, boys? I've missed some action. I've been painting a sump.
We've just been sorting out the lost spring issue for the VTEC actuators, and just checking the cam carriers all set on the downs and everything nicely. So this is the rescue parts, isn't it? So what's the story, Carlos, mate? What's happening? Where they're from?
This is from another K24, but as you can see, the wear difference.
This is the new ones, is it?
Yeah, so this is from a 130,000 mile engine. That's from your 100,000 mile engine.
Well, apparently 100,000.
Yeah.
But it was fucked anyway, so wear rates are going to be inconsistent, I guess. But
All good.
Bonza.
Let's do it.
Just where we want to get the cams sat in here now.
Okay, right.
Cams we're going to be using.
Stonks.
Which are a new set of cams.
A new
From
set.
from an FN2.
Mate, this
So-
is like Trigger's broom, this engine.
So I've got FN2 bottom end, EP3 head, K24 cam assembly, FN2 cams.
All the stonks.
Yep.
God bless.
OEM
God,
plus
God
plus,
bless
plus,
Honda.
plus.
And their
A CM2 sump from an Accord.
yeah, which is on top of the car, drying right now because I've just given it a little dashing of
CM2 clutch
some
fork.
paint.
Oh yeah, didn't
Oh
mention
fuck yeah,
that.
forgot about that. Yeah. Listen to this. So that's had an awful lot of use. Now listen to this one. Okay, it's still noisy, but what you can't see on the video is how it feels. That's loads better than that. That is a sloppy Giuseppe right there. The old sloppy Giuseppe, mate. No bueno. So as you can see, it's a bit of a Frankenstein, but not in the usual phrase for Hondas, but it's definitely a Frankenstein engine, mate, because it is full of bits from all sorts, but it's coming together now, and these boys are crushing it. See what the old paint looks like on me cover now. Ooh, she's shiny. There's just a few little rust spots, so got the old wire wheel out and all that, sorted a load of bits and pieces out. I'm just giving it a fresh coat of Hammerite and just make it a little bit more presentable. It should be pretty good now. So the reason that we're using this one and not the alley one, as is well known, the alloy sumps are a bit prone for just splitting themselves open if you catch them, and they do sit low in the EK anyway. And we think that there's a mild difference in actual ground clearance as well with the steel pan. So yeah, boy, look at the state of my fucking garage. What an absolute tip. Oh yeah. But it's irrelevant because stuff's happening. Yeah, boy. Oh, hello, mate. It's a nice action you got there, son.
Yeah, polishing that rusty pipe.
It's gonna take a lot of polishing.
Okay, so
Crikey.
A couple of rust spots on the old iron, mate, so just cleaning it off.
Get it cleaned up, mate. I'm basically been parts bitch today. I've not really done a lot. I think I cleaned an oil pan out, painted an oil pan, cleaned the oil pump out. That's probably about it, really. These boys have been smashing it. And we're getting there. Slowly but surely. These things can't be rushed, eh?
it's not like before swapping cam gears over because I don't want to snap a cam in off.
You'll be right.
Mate, judging by how loose everything else has been on that old engine.
Honestly, the Ford ones was probably half this width.
Are they? What,
Yeah,
thickness?
all in the middle, yeah. They snap dead easy. Snap lots of them.
Excellent.
That's right.
Look how much cleaner they are as well already though, before you even started working on them. They're so much cleaner than the ones that come
That's
out.
what happens when you change your oil.
Yeah, it helps, doesn't it?
Maintenance.
It helps.
Manufacturer says you don't need to swap your oil until every 15,000 miles. No, it's a lie.
Yeah, so look at that. That's a huge difference, man. Maintained engines, wankers. Shouldn't be near cars if you can't do oil changes. Such a simple maintenance item can prevent this entire ordeal.
Yeah, and it all stems from EP3s. Sorry, I'm a lover of Hondas, but I hate EP3s. It's just...
I didn't film it, but this was quite funny. Carlos was emptying his car out, and he must have overloaded his bins quite a bit. Me and Brock just heard this fucking massive noise. Went out there, and there was like a million Honda bolts just spread out in a 25 feet circle across the freaking path there.
Yeah, it's just like a Meccano set. Just
It's like, oh mate, look, we've got stuff everywhere. Crikey. But anyway, alas, I'm enjoying having the boys here, if I'm honest. Despite having a bit of a stressful week, making sure everything's all here. And we've got all the bits that we need, and Carlos emptying his garage at home, bring just about every spare he owns to make sure we've got everything we need. It's
You've got intake cam.
it's cool, man. We've got some tunes going.
Yeah.
The beer was flowing last night, so that's all Gucci, man. That's what it's all about.
So your exhaust.
What am I missing here? What are we doing?
There's nothing going on there, nothing important anyway.
Lubrication for the nation.
Did you just dip a finger in there,
I
mate?
just dipped a finger in.
Is that so you don't have to spit on it?
Oh, hold on, Cole. Let's get off.
Oh, hold on, mate. It's
Oh,
got to
he's
get.
cheating. He's not using his finger.
Yeah, you got to finger it a bit. That's it, and then dribble it in.
Slice good dribble.
Oh,
Suits you, sir.
There's a little bit of innuendo going on here, as you're all greasing your own head. that was a bit low.
We're greasing your head. It's not
Oh mate. Well, sharing's caring, I guess. So is that fresh oil in there, boys? I hope so.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Sweet.
It's the stuff that come out the EP3 motor.
Oh no. No. Sweet. So is this the ones we go? Is this the one we're going with, boys?
Yeah.
This set's all ready to rock and roll.
That's it.
We've all been checked out. Everything checks out, so we're all Gucci there. Not missing any nuts or bolts, which is a winner.
Get these nuts.
These nuts. I've got myself a king pot and some beppis. Mate,
Said the B word.
beppis. Yeah, but you can't put the lid on with these bottles, otherwise you end up with a real mess. You have to leave her vented. Otherwise, she gets a little unhappy. Gucci, look at this. Head bolt's going in, son. That means it ain't coming off again. Hopefully. Not going to jinx it. But yeah, fingers crossed. We is getting there.
I like Rihanna, like doing stuff like this.
Rihanna would get it.
Don't break.
Ping! Ping!
Oi, that ain't going anywhere.
It's not coming off.
Have fun.
Yes, you mash.
Yes, you miss.
What colours in there?
Where are you going?
You take cam 8.
In the bin.
This is, there is a way that it does sit.
This is installation lube, boys.
Definitely still backed off, so we have no P2V. We don't want any high-fiving happening here.
Gucci boy.
You just like getting your hands all fucking...
Yes,
all
Look,
pony-
he's gone in. He's 4 fingers deep,
It
bro.
just gets all pony
He's gone
fed,
all the
doesn't it?
way in.
Gets all pony fed, look.
He's up to the wrist. Yes, it, mate. Give her a good lashing.
Dirty ponies.
Sit, mate.
Don't want friction.
No. More progress. Cams are in. All the carriers are torqued up. So that's pretty nice. And now we've got the new timing chain guides out and the chain tensioner and all of that other stuff, which was brand new when we built. Oh, well, didn't build it, but when we put the other engine in. So all new stuff going on. The Woolworths pick and mix K20. Mate, it's brilliant. Right, look at that. No more brown gunky. This is good chisel. This degreaser is boss, mate. That coupled with that £18 pot of Worth stuff that friggin' eating away at it. We could probably do the other side of this now as well.
Ooh.
Oh. 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 Even the timing cover's getting a good talking to. Isn't that a satisfying bead of Honda Bond? Just spooking it.
Beheaded to spec.
Yes, mate. Bosh. Now we have
We
had
won't
one.
talk about how much is on the inside.
No, we have got one minor inconsistency because of the different block. Is that bolt hole there? Originally, that one had just a small 10mm bolt in it, but then when you look at this one, that has a big, like 8mm bolt or whatever goes through there, because that was for the rear brace for the FN2 engine mount.
FN2 engine mount. For some reason, you've got casting that comes across here.
Yeah, it's different.
Nice.
So we don't need that because we're only using the small triangulated one, which is here. So
one of the CRVs comes right across here.
yeah,
as well.
so that's the freaking mount that goes there like that. So that's all we need.
The
Now,
F2 one has a piece that comes off of it. Comes over
yeah,
there.
but we don't need that where we're going. So we have decided to omit it because that's got a nice bead of Honda Bond around the inside. So it's not going to leak, and there's plenty of clamping force to hold that bad boy on. B had built. So there we go, boys. She's getting closed up. We're about to call it at that probably, because we've still got.
Can I put my ring gear in?
Yeah.
What? He's joking me. I see him do it, the fucker. So probably in the morning, once we've got the engine all covered in, like closed up, you can see I've scribed the line on this intake manifold. So we're gonna have to get the old angry wheel out, lop that air off there, get rid of that, dress it up, and then give it a right good cleaning. And then that can go on. We're going to do that before the water pump housing, because this section of the water pump housing makes it really, really difficult to get to that bolt on the intake manifold.
What we ought to do is just put that on, just slip it on, and then slip the inlet manifold on, and make sure it all everything's going to fit.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to tighten something down and then put on the bond on that and go.
Fucking take it all off again. Plus, I've got to get the old schmutz on the back of here because I haven't actually haven't cleaned that off yet. So we'll do that as well tomorrow. But yeah, there's now more bits going on the engine than there is on the desk now. So that's quite cool to see. Yee. What do you reckon, boys?
Progress has been made.
Engine
Indeed.
built, off to Cornwall in the morning.
Happy days. Bosh.
What we doing here, mate?
Alright.
Choppy choppy.
Choppy choppy. Choppy choppy success, mate. Fucking sorted it, completed it, mate. Look. That was where the water neck was. I didn't know quite how much of the back casting to take off, so I've sort of left a fair bit of it on there, but lining up the gasket, and you can see the little line there runs pretty good. So we just need to take the water neck off of the factory one now and offer them both up to the engine and see if we have success or whether we need to do a little bit more. What's the word I want? Just a little shave.
She needs a bit of fettle.
I think it might be alright, but
So
way to find out, son.
I've been prepping the surface here, ready for the sump to go on. All about quality control and good preparation equals good results. So
100%.
that's it. We've been having a bit of a fight with this drop-in baffle as well.
It doesn't just drop in by all accounts.
No,
As anything we buy for this freaking engine.
I can vouch for this because
Your FN2 was a proper twat as well, wasn't it?
yeah, it took about a day and shaving a load of stuff out of it. So to be continued.
It was a great success. First chop on the water neck, taking the water neck off the FN2 manifold, and she fits like a glove. There is clearance everywhere. So I was a bit hesitant to take off too much of this piece of the casting just here, but to be fair, I probably could have left more on it for strength, but that looks alright like that. So water neck fits onto the head fine, it all fits on perfectly. Water pump housing all fits on, no clashing of any description. Winning, son.
Great success.
Yeah, boy. Well, it was all going too bloody well because we've not had any major dramas, well, apart from the fucking baffle that took us half a morning to actually make it fit because bolt-ins don't hurt. But we've got a broken bolt in the cylinder head for the VT seating, and now we can't get it out. You have the broken piece.
Yeah.
Oh,
We've got a replacement, but yeah, we're gonna
we first got
fish
to
that out.
get that mofo out the feckin' hole.
Yeah.
Bolschlachen. NFG, bro. Right, let's get it out. There we are. It's been a little bit of a process, but that is the most assembled it's been. And we're getting ready now to put the water pump housing on, start a motor and all that shizzle. and then it's time to set up out there and stick her in the hole. Yeah boy. Just looking up the old sealant path for the water pump right now. So water pump's had a bit of a spritz and a clean. It was migging in there, all brown and burnt looking, so that's had a right good looking clean. Getting there boys.
Yeah man.
We're winning now. Yeah. Crisis averted on the dodgy bolt. Between us we managed to tweeze it out with an easy out, a bit of a drill and a bit of this and a bit of that and some mole grips and all of that shit. So yeah, we thought we were going to be goose at that point, but we win. Right, quick little info video, peoples. This is your stock EP3 intake manifold. We took the top off so you can see how small the runners end up being by the time they get to the trumpet section that's in the casting. You can see all the rubbish casting marks and everything as well all down there. It's not too pretty. So that's the old setup, and then if I move this away, oh, I've kept further back. This is the new big boy setup, the RSP manifold from the FN2. You can see just how much bigger the trumpets are, and it's all been ported at KB's port shop.
Yeah boy.
Yeah boy. And we've got 70mm throttle body China #1. Yes. And we've chopped the water neck off, and it's all pretty much ready to go on. We've just got to make sure the bolts line up in the flange for the doodah, the big chamber, and then bosh, that's the chamber. So just making sure it all fits nicely, and then that will then just go on the car, on the engine, and then we can get it off the stand and do remain seal, clutch, flywheel, gearbox, and then we can put it in the car.
Sweet deal man.
Getting there man. That is an engine in daylight. First time in a week. This one's gonna work. We had a little bit of drama yesterday. Intake manifold situations arose, and now there's all sorts going on. So we had this awesome RSP with custom bottom chamber, which was all going swimmingly until we tried to put the alternator on and realised we had some clearancing issues. So new plans have been made. This is Carlos's little project. Next one up in the KB port shop, and yeah, we're currently missing one, but hang fire because things is going to happen. Right mate, rear main seal is done, she's in, and we've got some new OEM Honda flywheel bolts, clutch alignment tool, bish bash bosh, gearbox goes on. Oh, clutch forks, we borrowed one out of that. I say borrowed one, we took it out of that, so I was just giving her a little tickle with the old penty, and then we've got a better spring, because this one that I did before, the wear line on the, let's see if I can focus on it. If you look where the wear line is there, you can see the shiny to dark, and as I rotate it you can see it travels in a weird downward line right down past the round edge onto the flat edge. So obviously it's only rounded to a certain point and then it goes flat. And that, I think, is the cause of the clicking action on the clutch fork. So the spring was also completely jeffed. I mean, look at the state of the spring. So that's fucked. So we're not using that. So we've got a straight spring that's got loads of tension in it still. A replacement fork and ball joint nut. And then that's going to go in this gearbox, and then it's all going to go back together. Gosh. Right, we are now recording. That's a winner. So we just freaking got everything now put together on the engine. Gearbox is on, clutch flywheel, new clutch fork, all of that stuff. We've now got the cover off. I've had a quick spruce in the bay. There was a lot of shit in there, so we've sorted that out. Now we're ready to do the big lift. Make it happen.
Big things.
Big things, man. Right, mate, you all full?
Yeah, boy, we're good to go again.
I had a little fry up lunch. Look. Progress, mate. We've got the engine sat on the floor inside the hole, so we can put the engine mounts all back on. Lift her up, bolt her in, do some plumbing, do some plugging in, and chuck some fluids in it.
Strike it lucky.
Send it, Seri, see how we get on.
Set, boom.
Well, last update before we crank this bad boy. Different intake manifold. It fought us, as everything else has, because it's not Honda. We've got a massive stack of washers to keep the fuel rail in place right now. Everything is in the car, everything is plumbed in, everything is wired up. We're just putting some gearbox oil in it. Engine oil's already gone in, gearbox oil goes in, and then we're going to do a few cranks to get some oil moving around, make sure we ain't got no fuel leaks, all that sort of stuff. And then we get to find out whether all of our time was well spent or whether we've been just wasting our time sweating in the sun. Right, here we go. We've got everything unplugged so it won't fire. Right, ready when you are, mate. There we go. There's no plugs in it. There's plenty of life in the battery.
One more.
Torque wrench through.
Uncle Steve's come to check on progress.
Keep an eye on everything, keep the morale up.
Right, let's get some plugs in it. Oh, no idea if you can see me because of the sun, but oh my god, look at the state of that. It's been a bit of a frantic old day, but we are at that point. We've cranked it for pressure.
VTEC, you want to go on my second.
Eyes ready when you are. Watch for your leaks. Oh yeah, I fucking saw that. I see his hand going. Asshole. We've got too many hours in this project. Hey. Oh, no knock.
I'm happy to handle it.
Oh my god! It sounds like a bloody K! Listen to how quiet that is! Yes mate, listen to that! Like a fucking sewing machine. Will it idle, Brock? Listen to how quiet that is. No idling. Right, okie doke. Well, we can adjust that. Mate.
89.
What, on the oil pressure? Oh, mate, Brock's got so much time in this project, he had to swing by on his way back. Listen to that. Sounds like a K, dude. So you've got that whiny sound like from 87 on the oil pressure. That's stonks, mate. Ah. Do you know what? This is not vibrating anywhere near as much as it did before. I'm used to being dead stiff because of my van. My van's like that.
TPS is right, fucking...
Yeah. Well, we haven't even got the laptop plugged in, so we can do all that shit another day. That is a win, mate. Little bit of smoke, but there's going to be all sorts of shit getting burnt off. It's all been apart. So, it's so quiet though, dude. Like literally, that doesn't even sound like an Asbo fucking track car at all. Mate, that's fucking insane. revs. Yeah. Well, we can just quickly adjust that. Well, I'll see if I can do it whilst you've got it there. Hold it there. Right, I'll switch camera off. See if we can just adjust this idle. Yeah, that'll do. And that's just sat idling. Yeet. Oh yeah. Fucking beautiful, mate. Yes. Yes, mate. In other news, it looked like a fucking war zone in here.
Yeah.
Shit.
Looks like kids have been in the room and
Oh.
wrecked everything. So.
Damn. Holy crap.